Hi, my name's Andrea Buck, and I want to welcome you to our event tonight. And I just want to tell you that in the next 10 minutes, you're going to meet two couples that have had some amazing results with our killer natural supplements. In the next 10 minutes, you'll also hear a code phrase. That code phrase, you're going to want to write that down because that you're going to send back to the ambassador that invited you tonight. And that's going to put you in a drawing for $50 in cash. We're also offering some other prizes, but I'll tell you about that later at the end. When I started Plexus 4 years ago, I was tired, overweight, depressed, grumpy, menopausal mom. I was a hot mess. So what I found was that after taking the products, that once I addressed my gut health issues, got my blood sugar stabilized, and reduced my inflammation, my body was so happy. And as a result of that, I'm no longer a slave to sugar, carbs, caffeine, or food in general at all. I also have been able to take a break from all my allergy meds. I was taking them for decades and I haven't taken one in over 4 years. My body naturally dropped 25 pounds and I had daily debilitating discomfort that on a pain scale was probably somewhere between a 2 and a 7 nearly every day. In the last 4 years, I'd say that I've had maybe 3 days of pain, but now typically I'm at a 0. Thank you, Jesus. I also have, it just rained here recently and my body didn't even react to the change in the weather. So that's been a huge blessing for me. When I went to my doctor originally just to get regular checkup, she said, you know, all these things that you're experiencing are just getting older. And that made me so mad. I thought, I'm in the prime of my life. I not only want to look good, I want to feel good. So in finding these Plexus products, I found that not only am I starting to feel so much better, but my body's catching up. My joints are happy. I flew through the change of life without even so much as a hot flash. And my annual blood work, my doctor wrote a little note on it that said, good job. And my blood work was perfect. I sleep like a rock, which was not happening before. And I even have great energy to keep up with my 5 kids and my 2 grandkids. My skin is nice and smooth and soft. I feel like most of the time I'm in a fantastic mood. And I'm sure you've heard the term aging backwards. Well, I'm 52 right now and I feel better than I did when I was in my 40s. So next up, I want to introduce you to one of my favorite couples, Marcy and Larry Walker.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming and listening. I just would like to tell you about how I started my Plexus journey back in July of 2015. I'm a fit person. I eat healthy. I exercise regularly. I drink my water daily as I'm supposed to, but I just wasn't feeling very good. I wasn't feeling me. I was tired and very, very moody a lot. I would come home after work. There you go. I would come home after work and immediately just throw on my pajamas, wanted to get comfortable, didn't have any energy to do anything when I would get home from work after working like probably 8 to 9 hours a day. But since I was starting on the Plexus, I started on the natural plant-based products, supplements about 2 years ago. I noticed my energy level just skyrocketed, I would say probably within the first 3 days. That I noticed the change in my energy level. I would come home after work and I felt like I still could do things, spend time with my husband, spend time with my daughter who was at home at the time. I've noticed that my sleep has gotten a lot better. I sleep soundly, typically 7 to 8 hours through the night. I'm not tossing and turning and waking up and trying to go back to sleep, so I'm getting some sound sleep. As I said, I'm not as grumpy as I used to be. I'm sure I still have my moments, but Larry will attest to that. So not as grumpy as I used to be. Another blessing that I found too with Plexus is financially, we've been blessed. We do have a daughter in college right now. We have her tuition pretty well handled. However, there are always some additional activities or things that go along with, having kids in college. So we haven't had any worries about trying to help her out with that. And then also too.
And without debt.
Which is very nice. We purchased a home about a year ago, brand new home for us. There were some upgrades that we wanted to do. So we've been able to do those upgrades without any kind of financial burden. And on top of that, not only has the business brought that financial freedom, but it's also giving us the uh, income to put more into our retirement account. So that retirement age is coming closer to me.
For both of us,
For
yeah.
both of us, yeah. So we are very blessed to know that we will have, you know, better income when we do retire to do the things that we want to do and to be able to enjoy our retirement.
To keep doing what we're doing too. I mean,
so not only has the Plexus been a blessing to us health-wise, it's been a blessing to us financially. So it came to us at the right time. So I just feel happy. And so Larry?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was skeptical at first when Marcy started this journey, but I was always supportive from day one. I started about 3 months after she did. I immediately felt better energy. My weight's down from where it was. I mean, I never really went on a diet or anything. Going regularly, which is nice. And then I had a sciatica condition that hit me about 4 years ago, so 2 years prior to that, and I had some numbness that I was living with in my feet and my foot for a couple of years, and that went away almost 100%, which was a good feeling. And I actually remember, you know, the time that it went away, and it's remained away. And then our relationship's better. Definitely, we've been married 20 years and over 20 years, and yeah, the last couple of years definitely better. And sleeping, we're both sleeping better. My focus is better in my job. I'm on the computer a lot, and I don't get as tired. I can, you know, get things done and stay focused. Definitely eating better, just kind of naturally. Don't have the cravings. Financially, much better off. It's all good. And our retirement, you know, residual income, we both have that going for us now. So that's future's looking bright.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'd say both of us are aging backwards at the same time. So that's awesome. So we would like to introduce our good friends, Rebecca and Bob Bigby.
Hi, y'all. I'm Rebecca. This is Bob, my husband. I started Plexus in June of last year. And when I joined, I had been suffering from numerous menopausal symptoms, and I was especially suffering from really poor sleep. I was waking up 6, 7, 8 times a night, covers on, covers off. In addition to that, I had the residual effects of a stressful 30-year law enforcement career with lots of injuries and years of yo-yo dieting. And so I had developed some significant health challenges. And Plexus, I also noticed that I was getting repeated sinus infections that required me to have to use a lot of antibiotics. But after 2 weeks of starting Plexus, I noticed lots of health improvements. I started sleeping better as time went on, and the menopausal symptoms started to subside. The best part most recently has been the fact that we made it through this horrible flu season with neither one of us getting sick at all. We were out and about a lot and traveling as well, and we didn't get sick. Also, one of the things that I really like that I noticed recently when I had my hair done is that I had these balding spots here that had happened as a result of stress and menopause, and they are finally filling back in. And I had tried everything, even that minoxidil that like burns your skin, and I couldn't use it. So I'm really happy. And the biggest testament has been the fact that these products recently, I had to go off some of them for some surgery, and all of my pre-Plexus symptoms came back with a vengeance. So I am very happy to be back on them, to be regular again and feeling fantastic. Bob, you want to tell them what your experience has been?
Well, I started Plexus about a month after Becky, and I started Plexus because she said, you need to take this stuff. All right. So like her, my law enforcement career had created some bad personal habits and led me to be overweight, and I was developing some health challenges. In retirement, I started working with a trainer 3 or 4 days a week. I lost some weight, but I was always stuck around 190, 189, 191, just bouncing around, nothing much happening with me. Within a couple of months of starting these products, I was down to 180, 179. And I hadn't made any other changes really, other than starting to take these products. Once I started taking these products, everything started to fall into place for me. So Plexus has been a real game changer for our overall health.
Right. And we're both turning 60 this year, and we have been amazed by the health results we've had. And our daughter, she was taking Plexus, and it was helping her with her premenstrual symptoms and things. And then she got approval to take them now that she's pregnant. And so she's taking them in her pregnancy, and she's had basically a symptom-free and happy pregnancy. We're glad to report. And we are happy that we're aging backwards because we're going to be the primary caregivers for that little guy when he comes in July, and we're going to need that extra energy to keep up with him. We also like sharing about Plexus and their plant-based products because we like to see other people have these health wins in their lives. And we also like to offer this financial opportunity to people because it is a willable business with unlimited residual income opportunities. It can't be beat. Andrea, and I'm the one that gets to tell you that in order to be put in the drawing for the $50, the words that you want to report back to the ambassador that invited you are aging backwards. And Andrea, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Those stories are so incredible. It gives me such inspiration and hope. I would be remiss if I didn't share with you my financial testimony with Plexus. I had worked for 2 decades and a half in the same business. And when I started Plexus and they started sending me paychecks, I decided that, wow, this might be a good second income and pay for extras around the house. I have 5 kids. And what I found was they paid so well, I was able to retire from my career of 25 years, 20 years early. And now Plexus is all I do. And they pay me a full-time salary to work 15 to 20 hours a week. And I am able to pay for our California mortgage. I pay for my son's ridiculously expensive club volleyball expenses. And my oldest son is graduating from San Diego State in May, and he's able to do that debt-free. Thank you, Plexus. So the financial piece of it, even though it wasn't something I was really looking for, has been an enormous blessing. And I'm so thankful for it. So aging backwards, absolutely. Not only your mind, but your body and your soul, that can all happen when you put good products and supplements in your body. So if any of this intrigues you, get back with the ambassador that invites you, put that aging backwards in the comments to them, and make sure you hook up with them to find out what products are right for you. And see if you want to get your products paid for, we can help you do that. A couple of the prizes that I mentioned earlier that we're having available to you, if you decide to join our Plexus team, we're giving away 2 free annual memberships. Not only is it a great deal anyway to join Plexus and get that wholesale pricing for an entire year, but now we're giving it away for free to 2 lucky people. So we hope that's you. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Have a great evening.